wanted to quickly give an update on the newly formulated Nonprofit Wellness Index. That's the NWI, Nonprofit Wellness Index. This is, George, an aggregate metric that we invented to track the overall health and kind of activity of the nonprofit sector, broken down with a timeliness that is month over month, a monthly indication of sector health. This is more granular and timely than any other metric even comes close to. What's included in that wellness index, George? It's job and volunteer listings, it's digital advertising spend, it's layoff data, and we're constantly going back and revising up or down when we receive new data, adjust data, and every month we do this, we learn a little bit more about how the sector fluctuates, and it helps us kind of balance everything over time. So, George, in October, we had a NWI score of 3.49. That doesn't mean anything to you if you don't see the chart, but it means it's going up, right? So October had increased activity over September. George, we actually revised September numbers down to 2.99, which is a weak rating based on updated data. George, the big increase in October was largely due to an increase in Glassdoor activity by nonprofits, so jobs posted to Glassdoor. And George, we're making assumptions here, right? Increases in jobs is a net good thing. It shows nonprofits are expanding, right? But again, this is a proxy, and we're learning as we go. But what are you taking away from this nonprofit consumer sentiment index, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, one, this is going to get better over time. And what you're seeing now is the worst it will ever be. And I'm already starting to realize why are these numbers changing so much is the normalization over time. We are looking at the entire swath of data that we have since May when we started this to sort of understand and normalize on the 1 to 4 scale. And so seeing actually looking back, we revised July too, went awful, absolutely awful. That was the worst month that we have ever tracked. So overall, we are looks like kind of coming out of a bit of a V shape for the trough of sorrow, which was this summer, and generally moving up. I'm not surprised September was reduced because it felt a little more optimistic when I had those numbers. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And then as more data came in, and it normalized a bit more, I was like, okay, I start to see this trend. Yes, we're making assumptions, but I think over time, it's helpful to understand, are nonprofits hiring? Are they spending on ads? And year over year, we're going to understand more. So honestly, this is a long-term play. We're very patient here, but I'm already starting to kind of get insights from looking at this and understanding where the numbers are moving as a whole versus the feels like temperature, what your friends are posting in that WhatsApp group, or the annual report that analyzes giving from the last year, which you're it's not helpful to know that it was raining last year. You're fair, I'm going to work tomorrow. Should I bring a raincoat?
Yeah, George. And I think in addition, right, we are also really kind of primed now that we have, let's say, half a year of data, that if there's a shock to the system, we'll see it in the data in real time, right? Let's say there's another round of funding cuts, there's some kind of national emergency, whatever it may be, we'll see that nearly instantly in the data now that we start to have kind of benchmarks. So
we're establishing a baseline pulse for our patient. And that is kind of the messy. Honestly, we could have sat on this for a year. I'm just so impatient. I was just launch it now. And so you're kind of watching us build this live, but it's getting better.
It's getting better.